welcome everybody back to the Universe mode, and we are at the Raw after Crown Jewel. And there is your Raw General Manager, Jeff Jarrett, here to address some things. As you folks may know, I am Jeff Jarrett, and I am your Raw General Manager now. And to address some things, Seth Rollins, you will no longer be getting a world title match ever again, as long as Punk is champion. But your boys, you know, they weren't pinned in that tag match, I'll give you that, Seth. So they'll have to earn their next opportunity tonight against the Judgment Day. The winners face Rated RKO at Money in the Bank. And Finn told me he doesn't want to wait till Money in the Bank. World title main event tonight. Wow. So Jeff Jarrett telling us how it's gonna be. And we got ourselves a world title match tonight. Surprising turn of events. But we're kicking off a little bit of a build to Money in the Bank here. Our first men's Money in the Bank qualifier. And we're bringing out the Maverick. The first time we've seen him since his last appearance in that gauntlet match. Logan Paul has competed in one Money in the Bank match before. He wants to go into this one and earn himself a future world championship opportunity. We'll see what Logan Paul can do. He's got 5 other hungry competitors in order to get to the ladder match, which will consist of 3 from Raw and 3 from SmackDown, not just in the men's match, but in the women's match as well. There will be a women's qualifier later tonight as well. So this is going to be, this is probably going to be one of the more exciting qualifying matches, I would say. All the styles involved here. Here comes a man looking for a little bit of redemption from his King of the Ring shortcoming. Penta out here still trying to prove that he is a singles competitor to be reckoned with. Came so close to winning the King of the Ring. Drew McIntyre obviously coming out as the king. Drew's going to be taking this week off. We'll hear from Drew next week about his future, especially with the world title match taking place tonight between Punk and Finn Balor. So you got to think Drew's going to be watching that. And I've been told now, actually, by Jeff Jarrett, as Jeff kind of ran out of time to add this, that there's also some more layers to the Punk versus Finn Balor match. That if CM Punk wins, that Liv Morgan has to defend the Women's World Championship at Money in the Bank against a mystery opponent that we don't know about. Although I'm sure we can start throwing our theories out. But if Finn wins, I heard there's really nothing about a rematch or anything like that, but it's a little tidbit to add on there. Is here comes someone who's really good with some parkour. John Morrison, he's been in a lot of Money in the Bank ladder matches in his career. Almost a human highlight reel, like in that one Royal Rumble, or even in the Elimination Chamber matches. John Morrison, a spectacle of a superstar. And he finally wants to reach the mountaintop here in the WWE and become a world champion, as many tout him to be. He's won world titles everywhere else, but here, he wants to change that fact. And then here comes a man that's just looking for his big break. Making his debut in the Universe mode. The human highlight reel. Ricochet. Thing to note here, Ricochet and Logan Paul have some history. But Ricochet is also no stranger to Money in the Bank ladder matches, as he's been in a few himself. But he never really had the chance to show what he's capable of here on the main roster, and he wants to be taken as a contender for the world title, which right now held by CM Punk. Ricochet wants to prove everybody wrong. A good way to do it here in this match. That's 4 men. We still have 2 more to go. And it's time for things to get a little bouncy here on Monday Night Raw. First time in a while we've seen Javon Evans. You gotta wonder what an opportunity this is for Javon Evans to go into a match like Money in the Bank. The young OG, one of the best. Very athletic. He's still looking for some singles accolades in WWE. He's never won a title, but maybe this is his time. Maybe he'll jump right in and become a world champion if he can win this match and the briefcase. But that's a tall task for someone. Still early in their career, just as Javon Evans is. And last but not least, the man who claims to never miss, Mello. Of course, Carmelo Hayes and Javon Evans have some history from the start. Maybe an unsettled beef between the two. Could be squashed here tonight. Carmelo Hayes wanting to get into another Money in the Bank ladder match and prove to everybody why he never misses, why he's him, and why he's the future, the here, the now. Future is really bright for this man. He's looking for his first big break. As Carmelo Hayes, former NXT champion, is here we go. Our first qualifier is underway. Already a cover by Javon on Penta, but that didn't last very long. Now you see Mello going after Javon. There's that unfinished business I was talking about. Ricochet taking down Penta. Down goes it. Evans is going to go down after that drop kick, but did not. Now Logan Paul and Ricochet reigniting their beef here in the 6-way match. And there's that high-flying athleticism from Ricochet, and Carmelo just got lit up by Penta. Ricochet outside the ring. Logan Paul gonna join him. Penta going after Morrison. See Ricochet brawling with Logan Paul outside of the ring. Ricochet's developed a new attitude since his departure from WWE the first go around. He's looking to use that to his advantage here to punch a ticket here to Money in the Bank. Is now Morrison going after him. That's Morrison looking for some toys under the ring, and he's got a baseball bat. You see Logan Paul stealing those famous kicks by Bryan Danielson. Penta has thrown the glove away. It can only mean one thing and one thing only. Penta now with that super kick on Carmelo, and Morrison misses a drop kick. Springboard sling blade by Penta, incredible. Melo with a springboard of his own. Now Morrison, forearm off the top. Actions there. Look at Ricochet on the barricade. What is he gonna axe handle? Morrison now running back over to Melo, maybe. Nope, Penta goes back in. Morrison face first off the desk, courtesy of Ricochet. Ooh, and Melo just throwing that bat, and Javon now with the kendo stick. Outside, Javon going after Penta, maybe. Double team here by Melo and Logan Paul. These 5 men brawling in front of us now. Ricochet bringing the kendo stick with him. Down goes Melo outside. And now just being a smooth operator is Penta. Look at Javon going to the outside. Ricochet takes a dive. Both seemingly missed, but still. Look at Melo, he's got Morrison. Down goes Morrison. Javon drops Ricochet. Javon stopping Melo from going to Money in the Bank. Ooh, splash right to the back. Melo's got Javon now from behind. He just hit, but Penta now trying to take advantage. Melo might be going for nothing but net right here to the top. Nope, just a frog splash. Melo to go to Money in the Bank right here. No, Logan Paul breaking it up at 1. Ooh, nice takedown. 6 men putting it all on the line. An opportunity to become a future world champion lies at stake here for one of these 6. Super kick on Penta. Logan Paul now trapped in the corner. Gets away. Oh, Morrison with a kendo stick. I think Logan Paul might have got busted open as a result. One lucky punch by Paul knocks Morrison out. Now Ricochet could have maybe pinned Morrison, but now putting all his attention here on Mello. Knocked down by Paul with that lariat. And the pin is broken up by Penta of the 3 men just standing around him. Morrison knocks Penta into the corner. Paul into the corner. Nice step up enziguri by Morrison. Here we go. Star shift hanging on Paul. There it is. Morrison's got to get rid of Javon. He's got a good opening. And Morrison, what a poison run on the outside by Ricochet. My gosh. Elbow by Morrison. Penta's got Javon down. And no. Penta was so close to going to Money in the Bank. Ricochet takes him down. Action is everywhere. Oh, what a... Oh my... Paul's got a cover. Oh my gosh. Action everywhere. Cannot miss. What a running powerbomb by Mello. Ricochet's got Penta up and down. Ricochet fired up. Looks like he might be going to the top once again. Mello's in there though. Ricochet shooting star. Mello got knocked down too as a result. Cover by Ricochet and no. Ricochet almost had it. Oh, look at Morrison backslide. Oh, but Penta breaks it up. Now Javon with a cover. Down goes Evans and Ricochet breaking that kendo stick. Penta, driver. And now it's broken up again by Morrison. What a match. What a way to open up Raw. The ref stunned. Mello with a cover on Penta, but nobody's ever able to make the count. Referee back to his feet. Well, he was on his feet. He was just knocked down temporarily. Death Valley driver. Ricochet and Penta all to remain. Morrison back up. Oh my gosh, what athleticism by Morrison. What is Penta? Oh my gosh, Mexican Destroyer on the apron. My gosh. Cover by Javon, no. Ricochet is probably dead. I would be surprised if he's even in the match after that. I don't even know how he's moving. Morrison planted by Mello. Ricochet trying to light up Javon Evans. Penta's calling for Morrison. Going for that Penta driver. There it is. And Ricochet breaks up the count, saving his opportunity. Ricochet out, Mello back in. Dropping Penta. Ricochet in the corner. Backslide, Ricochet trying to take an opportunity when he sees it. No. 2 count. Super kick by Penta. Javon somehow isn't phased. Ricochet, what a cutter. Another cover by Ricochet, but again Logan Paul breaking the match up. All 6 of these men putting their body on the line for the biggest opportunity of their careers. Reverse sling blade by Penta. Nice kip up enziguri by Javon. Morrison sweeps the legs. Dropping the leg on the chest here. Morrison again to the top rope. And down goes Morrison on Javon, and Melo's there to break up the count. Morrison catches the leg there of Melo. Now, Morrison, what is he? I guess Javon was trying to go for something, but catch there by Evans. Down goes Ricochet, courtesy of Melo. Here's a cover. Again to go to Money in the Bank. 2. And the ref gets knocked by Javon Evans. And the referee's taken many bumps in this match. These 6 men trying to kill each other, just Ricochet spiking Morrison on his head. Ricochet top rope, Javon top rope. 630 on Morrison. Javon's got the cover. But the ref, trying to recover, makes a slow count. My gosh. Cutter by Evans. Recoil by Ricochet. Cover. And again the referee gets knocked down. You have got to be kidding me. Morrison knocks down Evans again. Sling blade by Penta. This match is carnage personified. Ricochet to the outside again. Here comes Morrison. Taking out Ricochet. Now Logan Paul beating everybody down with a chair. This match is never going to end. Super kick. Evans knocks him down. That's just Melo and Penta in the ring. Ricochet again spiking somebody outside the ring. Melo hit a big move of sorts. We didn't see it because it panned away. Crossface. Melo's all alone with Penta. Is this his time? Melo. Oh, but Morrison breaks the submission. Skull-crushing finale by Paul. Paul had an opportunity, but he knew Ricochet's there. Lariat. Lariat by Paul. Paul into the cover. 2. Logan Paul's going to Money in the Bank. What a match. And the Maverick survives and has punched his ticket to the car crash we call the Money in the Bank ladder match. Wow. Give all 6 guys their due. That was one heck of a contest. I don't even know what to say to that, really. That was... Wow. Well, we gotta calm ourselves down after that. And wait a minute. That's Jeff Jarrett, and is that Braun Breaker? I think I seen Seth Rollins was there too. What on earth is going on here? The Vision trying to lay in a beating to our new general manager. Obviously, Seth Rollins maybe feels he got screwed out of the World Championship, and now he's got him and his monster, his IC champion, going after the boss, essentially. Jarrett brought over to the spotlight. You gotta think Rollins is pissed off. He feels he should be world champion, not CM Punk. And Jarrett's trying all he can to fight back. And Rollins just knocked Jarrett down. I can't believe how low someone like Seth Rollins would stoop to just to make a name for himself. And Jeff Jarrett gave his group another shot at the tag team championships potentially. And this is how he repays him. Beating him up in the backstage. Rollins makes me sick. And Jarrett is still trying. But the odds are just not in his favor right now. It's 2 against 1, and Rollins with that kendo stick beating the crap out of our general manager. Oh my gosh. Oh, you had this coming, Seth. Breaker just throws Jarrett off the boxes. Jeez, man. What did Jeff Jarrett do to deserve this? Somebody please tell me what he did to deserve this. He called Rollins' match with Punk right down the middle. No shenanigans. Even gave Seth's boys another match to hopefully get some gold. And like, I'm just baffled about how Seth Rollins is going about all this. So I don't think Jeff Jarrett expected to get physical during his time as GM, and he just pile drove the Intercontinental Champion. And diving onto Rollins. These boys asked for it, and Jarrett is taking it to him. I don't think Jarrett was expected to get physical at all if he was running this show, but boy, he's teaching these guys a lesson, and I'm all here for it. And oh my gosh, Rollins just planted Jarrett face off the concrete and all. Somebody's got to get these two out of here. Somebody's got to get control of the situation back there before Jeff Jarrett or anybody else gets seriously injured. Because Jeff wasn't wanting any of this. I don't know what Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker are thinking. I wouldn't be surprised if both these guys got a suspension or a fine. Or both. Sling blade by Rollins in the back. Where's security? Where is the officials? Somebody's got to get back there and stop this. Oh my gosh, Seth, please no. Please no, not a pedigree on the concrete. Oh my gosh. Seth Rollins, you sick SOB, the stomp on the concrete. I'm at a loss for words, to be honest, folks. I don't know what we just saw, but I hope Jeff Jarrett's going to be alright. That was not good. But I've received word before Jeff Jarrett got brutally assaulted for no reason that this next match is, for one, a Money in the Bank qualifier for the women, but also an IC title match, and who's gonna... Oh, dear. Well, the CEO has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. And she's looking to start maybe another belt collection here. Well, I mean, I do appreciate the fact Naomi's putting her IC title on the line, wanting to be a fighting champion as well in all this, but I don't know. Mercedes is walking in here with some confidence. We haven't seen her in a while here in WWE. She's been collecting belts around the world, so we hear. So we'll see if Mercedes can add the women's IC title to her collection, as well as punch a spot into the Money in the Bank ladder match. Or if this woman, the IC champion, will. Remember, these two used to be good friends, tag team champions at one point, before they eventually walked out and, well, they found success in the midst of all that. I mean, even besides tag title history, these two also have history from Team Bad back in 2015. Start of the Women's Revolution. So we'll see if any history plays into effect here in this contest. Of course, Naomi winning that title back at the Backlash PLE. Looking to once again put a title defense in her belt. I think this is her first one since Backlash, actually, now that I think about it. So two things at stake here. A spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match and the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Mercedes looking to become the third holder of the belt in this series. Naomi looking to keep possession of that title. Here we go. First women's qualifier here for the Raw side on the women's division. As these two old friends lock up here once again. Mercedes put Naomi in the corner. Clean break. There's some athleticism for Mercedes Moné. So far, the CEO taking it to Naomi. There's the double knees by the CEO as now she goes to the top rope. Frog Splash paying homage to her hero Eddie Guerrero. Here's the cover. There by Mercedes. Been mostly Mercedes Moné in this matchup. Naomi takes her down to the mat though. Single leg Boston Crab now by the champion. But Mercedes slips out. Mercedes, a technician in her own right, knows basically the ins and outs of almost every submission hold, I would imagine. Spin around DDT there. Mercedes has really reinvented herself since she was last here. Of course, the work in all those promotions, New Japan, in Jacksonville, and a few other companies outside of here. Face first goes Naomi off the apron. Mercedes with that boot right to the midsection of Naomi. And now, Mercedes here. Neck breaker. Cover here on Naomi. To go to Money in the Bank, and no, Naomi at 2. And now it looks like we might be looking for the bank statement here, maybe. Yes, there it is. Backbreaker. Oh, and there's the ropes for the champion. Basically saving her title reign for the time being. Keeping her dreams of Money in the Bank alive as well. There's the Enziguri by the champ. Lighten up the challenger with those kicks now. Down goes Mercedes. And another frog splash by Mercedes. Again, paying homage to Eddie Guerrero. Now Naomi picking up Mercedes and driving her into the corner. Cover here by the champion. 2 count. Rear view by Naomi. And now Naomi might be wanting to put the finishing touches of her own on this one to retain the championship. Down goes Mercedes. Cover by the champion, Naomi. 2, no, Mercedes at 2. Mercedes reverses from the apron. Naomi with the upper hand. Mercedes reverses again. Off the ropes goes the champ and to the outside. And a night of interesting things happening on this show thus far. Frog splash to the outside by the challenger. And now Mercedes brings her back in. Not sure exactly what she's looking for. Oh, now going right to work on the arm. Smart strategy. Oh. Oh, and we missed the clothesline. Mercedes turns her around. Here we go. Bank statement, this time in the middle of the ring. And tap out by Naomi. Mercedes is the champion. And Mercedes Moné is going to Money in the Bank as a result. Wow. Well, welcome to the CEO era, ladies and gentlemen. Mercedes is now the Intercontinental Champion. Cannot believe that. Well, this is our precursor to the main event. And I don't even know what to say after what we saw Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker do in the backstage. As here comes the Judgment Day as we get ready for this tag team match, which announced by Jeff Jarrett earlier will determine Rated RKO's next challengers one-on-one anyway. And if I remember correctly, it's Dominic and JD stepping up in place of the Judgment Day in this one. Finn Balor, Carlito, Liv Morgan as well coming down. Finn Balor next in line for the world title. I guess he didn't want to wait until Money in the Bank. Obviously some stipulations in place for that main event. If Punk wins, Finn wins, I don't know really what comes out of it in terms of who goes for the world title at Money in the Bank and who doesn't, but I would assume maybe it would be if Punk loses, he cannot challenge for the belt again. I don't know. We'd have to hear more on that next week. We'll have to wait till the main event for that. I believe Liv Morgan going to stay out here with Dom. Of course, Liv Morgan has some huge implications in that world title match. If Punk wins, that she has to defend her title at Money in the Bank. I'd be quite fascinated to see how all that goes to be. Of course, we know the Judgment Day is looking for gold. Liv Morgan's been the only bright spot in this group in terms of how that's going. Finn Balor did have the world title for a brief period of time. And then here comes the Vision once again. These guys just obsessed with power and control, just like the Judgment Day. Wanting to get all the gold here on Raw. And like Liv Morgan, Braun Breaker, basically the only bright spot in that group with the IC Championship. Kyle Fletcher and Austin Theory, you could make a case though, really could be deserving. Because I mean, technically their first match with Rated RKO, they never got pinned or submitted. It ended in a screwy way. And then in the Triple Threat Crown Jewel match with the Hurt Syndicate involved, they weren't involved in the decision to lose that match. It was the Hurt Syndicate that took the fall in that one. So you could make a fair argument that Fletcher, in theory, deserve a fair one-on-one match. No shenanigans afoot or anything like that, but I mean, very fitting as these two teams going at it, as both want control and power over Monday Night Raw. And you see Dom getting a 1 count on Theory already. Of course, like I mentioned, Liv Morgan in the corner of the Judgment Day, Paul Heyman in the corner of the Vision. I'm still in shock of what Seth Rollins did. I don't know if it's going to lead to any fines or suspensions or anything like that. I hope it does, because that was uncalled for, if you ask me. I'm hoping these guys will answer for what they did. And you see Fletcher now coming into the match. Dominic taking him down. Dom gets sent into the referee by Fletcher. Looks like Heyman may have threw a sledgehammer into the ring. Ref takes it out. Dominic taking down Fletcher. I'm sure Liv Morgan's smiling from ear to ear at ringside for Dominic Mysterio. Dom now with 3 amigos, a la Eddie Guerrero. 2 matches in a row we've gone with an Eddie Guerrero tribute. Very fitting, I would say, given who's been doing the tributes. Oh, Fletcher into the Judgment Day corner, knocks down McDonough. I mean, the other thing too, Judgment Day have also never really received a tag team title opportunity as well. I mean, we've seen teams like Motor City. Oh, we got a cover here by Fletcher. 1 count. I mean, we've seen teams like Motor City Machine Guns, the Hurt Syndicate, even the Vision have had 2 cracks at the champions. But the Judgment Day or even Fraxium haven't really had a shot. I haven't seen really Fraxium at all since they were last on the show, but those 2 teams come to mind for me that haven't really had a fair shot at going for the tag team titles. And Fletcher going after Dominic. And Dom tried to take a sneaky way out for the win, but Fletcher was just there to break it up there. Not quite sure what Liv Morgan's doing, but Dom trying to get to JD, and there he is. JD McFunko Pop. Here's the cover. Oh, cover. Here's another cover by JD. 1 count. I mean, I know we're going all over the place too, but you got to think too, the Judgment Day also maybe have some interesting pieces of business with Damian Priest, obviously over on SmackDown. Of course, the SmackDown before Crown Jewel was JD McDonough's music who played during Priest's semi-final match. You got to think that might be weighing in on them a little bit. Maybe Priest may be looking for some revenge for that happening. Cover here by Theory. Kick it again. Both these guys looking to end it quickly. Most likely, whoever wins will not get another shot until Money in the Bank at the Champions. Champions might even have to pull double duty as they're both in Money in the Bank qualifier matches themselves, funnily enough. Unless it happens on a Raw before or whatever, but nonetheless. McDonough now, Boston Crab on Fletcher. But Fletcher able to escape. Tag to Dominic Mysterio. Hurricane Run on Fletcher. Theory desperately wanting a tag. Here's Dominic. In position goes Fletcher. 619 by Dominic. And here is Dominic maybe going for the final. Never mind. Fletcher, down goes Dominic. Fletcher with a spinning tombstone pile driver. Cover for the Vision, no. JD breaking up before the count of 1. Fletcher calling for Dom to get up, super kick. Fletcher now, elbow from the top. Looks like, is Liv Morgan distracting Fletcher right now? I can't really tell. But Fletcher was distracted for a second. Dominic gets dropped. Big knee strike now by Fletcher. Oh, trying to hit the frog splash. Dom out of the way. Spine buster, sit down. And Dom taking his time, taunting the crowd. Theory comes in. All right to the knee. The back of Dominic Mysterio's head, but a rope break. And now Theory looking to put it away. Super kick. Down goes Dominic. Cover by Theory. And 2, and that's gonna do it. As sickening as it makes me, I have to call it as I see it. The Vision are the #1 contenders once again, this time on their own. They earned it. Can't believe I'm saying that after what Seth Rollins and company did, but hey, like I said, they earned it. I'll give them credit for it. Alright, main event time. World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Finn Balor could not wait until Money in the Bank. And now we are here. Huge implications with this world title match. Finn just said straight up to GM Jeff Jarrett, hey, I know we said Money in the Bank, but I can't wait. I want to get my hands on the title I should have had at Crown Jewel if it wasn't for Seth Rollins and his BS. Essentially, to put it the way I was told. You know, Finn Balor, he won the world title from CM Punk in shocking fashion on an episode of Raw, and then lost it in a triple threat to both John Cena and CM Punk, who came out as the victor in that match. And Finn knows if it's one-on-one, he's got a fair shot against the world champion. He's done it before. Question is, can he do it again? My question is, depending on the outcome of this, What does this mean for Money in the Bank? If Punk wins, I mean, Liv has to defend her belt, but what does that mean for Punk? Does he still defend the world title, but against somebody different? What if Finn wins this match? What does that mean for who could challenge Finn Balor at Money in the Bank? Lots of questions to be answered here in this match. As here comes the champion to a loud ovation. You gotta wonder, CM Punk, he's probably not at 100% after that match with Seth Rollins. But you know, Punk's gonna fight till he can't fight no more. He's gonna do what he has to do. CM Punk, multiple time World Heavyweight Champion. Two-time champion in the Universe mode already. He wants to keep the world title. He wants to carry Raw into the future as champion. CM Punk has put down guys like Balor, Rollins, and now he's put down Cena, but he's got to put down Finn Balor again. And maybe he can put any asterisks next to his world title reign to rest. Because, like I said before, last time one-on-one, it was Finn that beat him. If he beats Finn here tonight, that, I think, will erase a lot of doubt in many people. Finn Balor ready to go here. That's what it's all about. Once again, World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Of course, we know Drew McIntyre, the king of the ring, is looking on most likely from his home. We'll most likely address the winner next week. As here we go, Balor going right after Punk. Finn's got to be feeling really confident going into this one. Look at that, he has a win over someone like CM Punk, someone that not a lot of people have beaten. Cover here by the champion early, wants to put it away as quick as he can. Only a 1 count. And I can't blame Punk either, because he's definitely most likely beat up from that match with Rollins at Crown Jewel. There's that drop kick. Goes CM Punk, courtesy of Finn Balor, but Punk again. Dropping the challenger. This little fish Fisherman suplex by the champion. And now Punk with a running knee to Finn Balor. Might be calling for Finn Balor to go night-night here sooner rather than later. Cover again by the champion. 1 count. This Falcon Arrow by the champion. Punk taking it to Balor right now. He probably studied that last match he had with Finn. It was a lot better this time around. Springboard crossbody. Balor sent back in by Punk. Punk now gets back inside the ring. Now Finn trying to unleash some kicks here. On double knees to the midsection. Forearm now by the challenger. Balor to the second rope. What has he got in mind? Nice double axe handle. Look at Finn rolling him up, but Punk under the ropes, saving his championship for the time being. I should mention this, I don't think Finn Balor's been pinned by CM Punk either, because when Punk regained the belt at Backlash, I think he pinned John Cena. So you got to take that into consideration, as well as Balor with a coup de grace to the champion. That is how he won the belt in the first place. Cover by Balor to regain the belt. No. Kick out by Punk. What an action-packed Raw this has been. Finn Balor trying to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. Nice drop kick off the top rope. Now Balor off the ropes, drop kick to Punk. Maybe trying to regroup there for a second. Finn's maybe taking a little bit of back here. Punk now with a shot to the face of Finn. Punk trying to light Finn up here and really broke first, it looked like. Uh-oh, Punk setting him up. Balor in trouble. Punk with the go to sleep on Balor. Punk to retain the championship. Balor's down. No, 2 count. Both these men have hit their best shots so far. Both men have kicked out. The next shot will most likely end it. Punk to the top rope. Balor middle of the ring. Punk misses the crossbody, and that may be costly for the champion. Oh, Punk reverses. Roundhouse. Vintage Punk. And now Punk, he's got the Anaconda Vice locked in. Is Balor gonna tap? No. But Punk was gonna have to make Finn submit right there. Balor has Punk up. 1916, middle of the ring. Punk's down. Balor's gonna regain the championship. He got it. And just like that, Finn Balor is once again the World Heavyweight Champion. Was supposed to happen at Money in the Bank, but now Balor has defeated Punk once again. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for Raw. What a show. And until next time, this is Monster, and I'll see you. Have a good one.